Now, Steven, you were talking about accountability and how the HBCU instills that in you because it's a family concept. They hold everybody accountable. Well, I did a little research with my crack staff, Randy and Kevin and T. Jones, and there's a rumor, and I want you to validate this. This may not be true, but somebody told me that knows you very well, that went to school and knows the legend of Stephen A. Smith, that you broke into a gym at 2 a.m. in the morning to settle a debate about a one-on-one who was better. Is that true or false?
I don't think it was 2 in the morning, but I did take somebody in the gym that was talking smack, acting like he had game, and I took him in the gym and I bust his ass. Yeah.
Okay, but I'm just saying you broke into the gym, brother. You weren't supposed to be in there.
I didn't break. Well, it was Big House Games gym. There was the opening. I ain't break no locks or anything like that. I just went in the gym and turned on the lights. Cat was talking smack, acting like he had a better game than me, and I had to close that deal.
Was he on the team too, or this just a dude just woofing?
Some cat that was off camp, that was on campus, didn't make the team, thought he deserved to make the team, and I had to squash that dream.
Was money involved, or was it just degrade him after it was over?
No. It was good. It didn't need to be any money. Once I embarrassed him like that, I wasn't gonna add insult to injury by taking his money too. I didn't need that. You know, right. I put his dreams to rest. That was no.
Digging into the Winston-Salem files, somebody told me that you had 2 nicknames that you went by. One was Noid and one was Saul. How did you get those nicknames?
Absolutely correct. One of my boys, his name was Randy Bird. He was on the team. He called me Saul. He said that I looked like, his exact words, I don't mean to offend anybody. I'm just answering your question directly. He said that I look like a black Jewish person. That's why he named me Saul. You know, that's why he's named me. That's all he said. I didn't know what the hell he meant by that. I don't know. But he said that. That was number one. And my boys, Mark Turner and the rest of the team, called me Noid because they said I looked like the character from the Domino's Pizza. And it was funny because I was for my 50th birthday. I've never thrown a party in my life. I've never been that dude. You know, I don't mind going to the club, stuff like that every now and then when I was younger. But I ain't never liked crowds and like to party like that. That was never me. I love going to the movies. I ain't like going to the clubs, right? But after my mother passed away in 2017, I was sad for a few months. Obviously, I'm always sad about that, but I was sad for a few months. And they said my birthday is October 14th. It was my 50th birthday. And so I had I threw a little party at the last minute. Oh, no. And one of my boys from the basketball team showed up. All of them were there. But he showed up. The reason why I brought him up, his name was Mark Turner. He showed up with an empty box Domino's pizza.
Oh, bogus.
I was like, oh man, you know, and everybody was laughing the rest of the evening. But yeah, those are my 2 names. Whoever your researchers, they doing good homework. That's absolutely true. Absolutely.
Bobby, so at Simeon, I've been in the gym, I've watched open runs, and I've watched some of basketball's elite, the pantheon, the gods of basketball, walk through the doors of Simeon to watch scrimmages and everything. Whoever came into the gym, and I'm going to be 100% honest right here. I want you to be 100% honest with me. Who came in that gym, whether you were there at school or had left and came back, and bust your ass?
Nobody.
Yeah, nobody. You didn't get a Derek, and nobody came in and said, "Hey, old school, I need that recognition."
But I do have a story. I was in 8th grade when I was trying to figure out what high school I wanted to go to, and this is when you had Brian Notary, you had Kevin Turner, you had all those guys that went to Illinois. So I come in, I'm an 8th grader, and then Hamrick's like, "Hey, put him out there and see what he can do." So I scored the first 12 buckets, but the 12 points. So we're playing the 24, and I'm only in 8th grade at the time. So now to run around. These guys started knocking me on my ass. I said, oh my God. So now it gets serious. So now Brian Notary, this is a play. Throws it up. Brian Notary just, I don't know how he caught this pass. Dunks the ball. The rest of the scrimmage, the damn rim was shaking. I said, man, this is crazy. I said,
but
this dude's so strong, the rim keeps shaking. I said, oh man, I can't wait to start dunking, huh?
Stephen A. Yeah. So you are unapologetic, straightforward, hold people accountable, say some things, ruffle some feathers sometimes. Some people look at it as real talk. Some people look at you like you being antagonistic. Where did you get your style from and how did that come? Has that always been you as a person, or is that something you developed in your writing and watching and analyzing things?
Combination of it all.
Okay.
There's only one thing I hate more than people lying to me, and that's people thinking I'm a liar. And so for me, it's always been about, as I watched the industry growing up, I grew up watching Howard Cosell, idolizing him, Bryant Gumbel, who's a brother of mine. He and I talk frequently, to watching the Ted Koppels and the Peter Jennings and the Sam Donaldsons covering the White House and stuff like that. I used to watch people and look at who I thought was believable. And I said to myself that if I ever got into the industry, no one is always right. As a reporter, you're only as valid as your sources, unless you are an eyewitness, you have to rely on sources and things of that nature. I said, so you can't promise perfection. Here's the one thing that I can promise. When people look at me, they don't know I mean what the hell I say. And I say what I mean. And outside of that, be a human being. Don't get personal. Make sure that you stick to the business at hand. I ain't trying to get in your personal. I don't want to know who you messing with. I don't want to know what's going on in your bedroom. I don't want to stay out the damn police blotters.
Right.
And whatever's going on in your personal life is your business.
Right.
But you on the court or field of play, oh, that's my domain. Now I'm watching, because you put your skill set on public display, and I have a right to analyze it accordingly and to make sure that I spread that info to the masses so the masses can get an accurate depiction of exactly who the hell you are. And I think that along the way, because of the advent of social media and beyond, and everybody's starving to have a voice, which I don't blame, especially Black people, because you know what? I pride myself in giving a voice to the voiceless. You see what I'm saying? So I have no problem with that. But I think what has transpired over the years is that this is the problem that I think is isolated, in my opinion, to our community. If it goes, I'm not saying it doesn't go on in white and the Jewish community and other places, Hispanic community. I don't know. I'm a Black man. That's what I can speak to. I think that on far too many occasions, we want folks to march lockstep with one another. And if you don't, we ready to throw one another to the wolves. I think too many of us are willing to do that. And I'm offended by that. Always have been. If Leon has an opinion and is different from me, just because you disagree with me, even if I think or even know you wrong, that doesn't eradicate everything that you do, that you've done in the comedic world, what you do as a radio host, what you do as a television host. It doesn't matter. We disagree about this. That doesn't erase everything and discredit everything that you've done in your life and your career. And on far too many occasions, you don't hear other people calling each other sellouts to their own community. But that's the first thing you'll hear from us. The second somebody don't like that. And I think that as a result, it makes people timid. It makes people shy about saying what they truly believe based on the facts presented to us. And I'm that dude that wants to be at the front line of telling those people, go to hell. Y'all can kiss my ass. You will not intimidate me and prevent me from saying what I honestly feel based on the facts that are presented to me. If I'm wrong and I said something wrong publicly, I'll come out publicly and say, I was wrong. You've seen me do that. Y'all both seen me do that. If I'm wrong publicly, I won't correct myself privately. I'll correct myself publicly because I said something false on a public platform. But it's rare, bro, because I usually do my homework and I'm on top of it. And so I'm not going to be the one that's going to be intimidated, because I believe I'm looking out for us when I take that position. I believe that Black people throughout history has shown an intestinal fortitude and a level of resolve that no other people in this nation, in this world, can say. From slavery on up to now, nobody has displayed our resolve. No one. So if you give us the truth, we will find a way to make it work, no matter how rough it is. But I'm not lying to nobody. I can honestly say to you, to Bobby, to any human being on this earth, I have never gone to work on national television, radio, newspaper, and knowingly lied to y'all, knowing I'm talking out my ass lying, and I said it anyway. I have never done that, and I never will.
There it is, man, straight from the horse's mouth.